Today we're exploring the mystery of the USNS Mercy. I'm in San Diego, and last week the Navy ship was moved from port at San Diego up to San Pedro, which is just outside of Los Angeles, and they had full containment. They tested everyone on the ship that was sent up to treat non-infected patients. And just 2 days ago, it was announced on the news that 7 sailors tested positive. They evacuated over 100 sailors off the ship. And the question is, how did they catch it? I mean, how did they catch it? So this is what's real. This is what happened. A train operator tried running his train off the track and smashing into the ship to warn them. He said that they were going to break out from a non-human transmission. So the big question is, how did they break out? Okay, was it human to human transmission? So I'm just going to pull a yes no card from the Nostradamus deck. Was it a human to human transmission? No, this is somebody who's pulling the strings and manipulating the situation and making it look like something it's not. Okay, this is a false narrative. Okay, so no, it wasn't transmitted via human transmission. So, did they lose containment? I mean, that would, mean it would be by transmission, human transmission, but we just said no, they didn't lose containment. Everybody was tested. No, they didn't lose containment. This is part of a plan. This is part of a plan by, this is the United States-Russia connection. All right, so this is part of a plan. All right, so the question is, how did they break out? How did they get infected? All right. Essence, foundation, recent past, present moment, the outcome. What would Spirit like us to know? This is an op-ed. This is also saying that, once again, the narrative is an op-ed, and the truth is about to be told here in this set of cards. How was it transmitted? How was it transmitted? This is leaving someone outside of the house. Okay, that's kicking someone out of the house of germs. So this is not a human transmission. Recently, we had someone put the germ into the water. Okay, and it was bad karma. Ooh, I wonder if their ship got contaminated. Ah, here it is, the Magician reversed. It was, oh, this could have been an accident. I wonder if this was this accidentally transmitted through the water onto the ship? Was this accidentally transmitted through the water onto the ship? No, this is he who would be the false ruler. This is someone who's trying to usurp power or control. Was this an act, a purposeful act of sabotage? The Six of Moons. Yeah, it was an agreement. Somebody set this up. Okay. Oh, these are the 3 nations that are involved. Okay, so who were the 3 nations involved? who's involved, because I keep getting that this was an act of sabotage. Okay, so once again, they are on an agreement. This is people taking care of poor people. So this is a poor country. They feel poor. And it has to do with the with Italy. Italy. Oh boy. Okay, so once again, let's look at this more closely. Was this an act of sabotage by a foreign power? Is this an act of sabotage? I'm just trying to keep these things upright, you guys, that's all. Okay, is this an act of sabotage by a foreign power? Is this an act of sabotage by a foreign country? Somebody feels poor and left out. Is this an act of sabotage done by another country? Yes, there it is. It's an agreement made between two countries. Okay. Put them so you can see them. The Knight of Cups is the bot army. This is the Asian connection. It's an actual army from Asia that put things into the water. So that's an aerosol spread, and it's also spreading false information. Here's the communicator, the master planner, Putin. He figures the whole thing out. And this is his relationship with the United States. This is how he feels about the United States. He feels like they're lovers and they have a temporary agreement, but once he gets what he wants, he's not going to help us anymore. He's trying to juggle his resources about where to send the infection. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to ask outright for the Nostradamus card. Was the infection of the USNS Mercy an intentional act of sabotage by a foreign country? Yes. Here it is again. This is an agreement between this is AG Barr. This is agreement between AG Barr that's gone bad because, oh man, once again, these three countries are fighting. These three countries are fighting. All right, who again are the three major players? Let's ask again. Who are we want to? Like, we have the King of Rods. This is the master communicator, okay, of the psyche. Okay, he's the one who's in charge of sending out communications. He's working with the bot army in China and the United States pro-communist faction in order to decide where to share. Can't make up their minds how to do this. So who are the players involved in this set of three foreign powers? We're going to have to do a 9 spread here, guys. 2, 3. I want to get to the bottom of this because I am literally in shock along with the rest of the Navy of how because they didn't lose containment. The ship is not contaminated. All right, here we go. Judgment. Somebody wants to make an actual act against the Navy. Okay? It's all they care about. It's all they've ever worked for. It means everything to them. And once again, it's all about the Ace of Pentacles, which is gaining the resources of the voters. Okay, now when we do the 9 spread, this is how they're doing it. They're doing it alone. They're acting outside of normal channels. They've got every imaginable and unimaginable way of transmitting it. And once again, they're choosing. They're just playing around. Who gets it next? They're headed by the pro-communist faction within the White House, which is the Mitch McConnell, Devin Nunes, RNC party. They have an army of data warriors who are ready to release and spread either data about the votes, getting control of the voting for the election. And it's meant to bind. It's meant to bind. Okay, so when we read down, this will give us our final clarification on how the transmission onto the ship, how they got infected. Okay, somebody set them up. They did it alone and with an evil intention. They're related to the pro-Russia Communist RNC party. It's all they've ever worked for. They have the transmission in so many forms and an army of data and bots to back them up, because it's all about the votes for the 2020 election. They're deciding where to send the germ next, and it's meant to take away the choice of the people. All right, thank you all for attending today. We will continue to look into the mystery around the Mercy Ship. Thank you for your likes. You're welcome to invite other subscribers. Our goal is to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks so much for joining.